Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning back in to another video, and welcome to the Nightfire Nationals.
As they make their first runs down the racetrack, working on getting their tune-ups acclimated and get their dial-ins where they, in the ballpark, or where they want them for first round eliminations to come just a little bit later on this morning.
Alright guys, not the first round we wanted, obviously. I think I just made a bad call on the dial. The DA went up like 1,200 feet. I mean, the temperature went up about 30 degrees from the time trial, but the humidity went down, and so I just figured that maybe it would stay about the same or slow down just a tad bit with that change in humidity and all that kind of stuff, but just made a bad call. Actually, I didn't think it would go as slow as a 79. Looked at some previous data, and I thought it should have been about a 75, but I pulled the data logs off the fuel tech, and it was about half a pound lower boost wise through the whole pass. And so when you're only running, you know, five pounds of boost or 5.5 pounds of boost, that's a lot. So don't really know why. I don't think that air filter on the top's restricting. I've been running that all year. I have the fan on the blower now. I'm just gonna leave the fan on the blower to cool it way down, just in case it was a little heat soaked or something with the heat. But we bought back in, and we're gonna go back up for the buyback round here shortly, and hopefully we can get through that one. All right, guys, obviously, again, not the round that we wanted, but we think we found a couple of things. I don't think we were getting full throttle. I don't know if the throttle cable has started to stretch or something like that, so that's what we're checking now. But we stomped on the throttle, and the throttle blades were not near wide open. So with the heat and everything that's going on this weekend, if it's not full throttle, doesn't have all the fuel and the boost, that could definitely be it. Well, after further diagnosis, we found two issues. Throttle blades weren't open all the way, so we got that fixed. We had to turn the idle up, and I'm like, that sounds weird. You shouldn't have to turn the idle up. So I checked the timing, and it was at like 20 degrees. So the distributor was loose. That was our issue with running slower twice today. So we're out for today. But we got some friends in still. We're gonna go film. We got nitro cars coming up. We'll try again tomorrow. All right, guys, it's Saturday morning. No time trials this morning, straight into round one of pro. We have full throttle now, full timing, and good air. So we're just gonna throw a number on it and see what it does, because I have no idea.
No red lights, that's the rule. All right, I'm not gonna be mean anymore. I'm happy. I'm excited. Woohoo!
The timing is fixed.
Yes.
Now we have a consistent car.
We're on a roll.
I'm not gonna go
Oh,
red
yeah.
anymore. I'm super excited on how today went. To make it down to 6 cars at Nightfire, which is one of the biggest events of the year, is the best that I've ever done there. So I'm super excited about that. But that round loss there cost me probably $2,500 to $4,000, unfortunately. Lesson I've learned from that run there is to never second guess yourself. I told myself the whole way up to the lanes to put a 1058 on the car. I ended up putting a 1059, as you've seen, or as you just saw. We just went a 1058 with a 1. But the second issue with that run is I definitely took too much stripe. I still think even with the 59 on the car, I could have brought him in a little closer. But when he's coming at you at 140, it was just a tough look. It was definitely a good race. So that would have left us with 3 if I would have won that round. And the 012 that I had on the tree, or on the reaction time there, would have gotten me a buy into the final. The runner-up for the final round is $2,500 for $4,000 to win. So kind of a bummer, but also super stoked on how the car performed today. A lot better than yesterday. So we have the main Nitro show tonight, which will show you some of that, and then we'll be back at it again tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, the last day of the Nightfire, and it's a whole new race, so another chance.
Tear.
That's a good one. unfortunately that is gonna end our weekend. I didn't win a first round all weekend, now that I look back at it. And not the best luck on Sunday either. I underestimated how fast the car was gonna go in round 1, and definitely broke out more than Zach did there in the S10. And then the second pass, I was great off of the tree against my buddy Jacob, and the car ran super slow, and I had a hunch, and when I got back, I checked the timing again, and the timing had moved. The distributor hold down came loose again. I don't even remember where I got it. I think it's from O'Reilly's. I think it's just a cheap one that's in there with a bolt. So we're gonna go ahead and change that out. I got one on order that's in a, should be a little bit better quality, and it's a stud. So hopefully that'll be a little bit better and a solution for the timing moving around. I don't know if it's just vibrating loose or what, but obviously you can't dial the car very competitively when you don't know if it's gonna have 30 degrees or 15 or 20 or what every pass. So it's not something that you should be able to, or should have to check every pass, but for the next little bit, I'll check to make sure that the stud and the nut on the new hold down is tight. Check the, put a timing light on it really quick, and just make sure, because it's definitely not worth losing the rounds that way. All in all, Nightfire 2024 was a success. It was really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed watching all the content that I was able to get for you. And we're headed down to Good Times Drag Strip in Winnemucca, Nevada next. There's a fun little 8th mile track down there. They do an awesome few races a year actually, but we're able to make the August one normally. So we're gonna be heading down there in just a couple of weekends, and can't wait to bring you guys along. So thank you again for liking, subscribing, following along, and we'll catch you in the next video.